Secrets and betrayals unveiled. My husband's mistress showed up at my door at 3 a.m., mascara smeared and hands shaking, demanding I let her in before I ruin everything for both of us. I stood there in my robe, heart pounding, watching the woman I'd been picturing for months, the one he swore was just a work friend, look me dead in the eye and say, "He's been promising to leave you for months. I know everything." Her threat hung in the hallway, heavy and ugly, until she pulled out a battered envelope and shoved it into my hands. Inside were Polaroids, real old school ones, the kind you can't fake. I stared at the first photo and felt my stomach drop. It was me, tangled up in sheets with a woman I'd met at a conference last year, a woman whose name I barely remembered, except now, I knew exactly who she was. My husband's mistress was married too, and her wife was the woman in my arms in those photos, eyes closed, oblivious to the camera flash. Shock turned to confusion, and then to panic as I realized what the hell this meant. The four of us had been circling each other, all tangled up in lies. She laughed, a harsh sound, and said, "You're not the only one with secrets. If you try to ruin my life, I'll ruin yours first." We stood there, two strangers bound by mutual destruction, both suddenly realizing that the men and women we thought we'd fooled had fooled us too. I wanted to scream, to confess, to beg her to make sense of it, but all I could do was clutch those photos and watch her walk away, heels clicking like a metronome counting down the seconds to disaster. Now I'm lying in bed, my husband asleep beside me, and I can't tell if I'm angry, scared, or just relieved to finally know the truth. The worst part isn't even the cheating or the secrets, it's knowing I don't really want to leave, that I'm just as lost and guilty as everyone else in this mess. The line between victim and villain blurred a long time ago, and I'm not sure I ever want to see where it really is.